The whole idea itself came about towards the end of 2015. The one question that kept on popping up in my mind was, what are you going to do with what you've studied? How are you going to make that practical? How are you going to make it tangible? How are you going to make all these ideas you've gathered within the institution something you can use to better society or something society can interact with? And I just had to look inward and like, what do I have? What have I accumulated? And how can I put this together? And I discovered I love playing the horn more than anything. I also enjoy writing. I've always digged poetry from a very young age. I could understand the most metaphoric of poems at a very young age. So like it's always been like part of me, like accessing the art. I loved painting, even though I couldn't paint. So those are things I thought would make any band flourish. The idea of poetry, writing music, having a standby live painter, which at some point we had in a band. So in 2015, I was just, randomly thinking, what do I do? And yeah, the idea of the band came up, and it was more like setting music to poems or setting poems to music. That would be like a band I would love to be part of, or like would love to, set up.
I believe it was through Kolawole, seeking a kind of creative outlet that accommodated his poetics as well as some musical ideas, hence the band name Sounds and Words. Before I joined the band, I was a fan actually. So I used to come out to Sounds and Words gigs in OBS and in Muizenberg too, and then eventually I got to join the band. Yeah, but I think first and foremost the people. I enjoy playing with these people. The band members are a bunch of really cool, nice guys, young, energetic, creative minds, and I think people who share a common goal. And then I think also the performance that we create is unique in many ways. I don't think there's anything quite like it. So I think that's cool too. What we present and how we present it, I think is special and unique. We all enjoy each other's company, and I think that's something I also don't see in many other bands, like bands having a good time together. And then there's the actual music too, it's unique. Kola's poems too, they address subject matter that's important and relevant.
This is what I absolutely love about this band. When we have a rehearsal, we all plan a day free. Like today, I have nothing on today, because I know we are here now and I might be here all day. So I don't have any plans later on, I have nothing to do, because we love hanging out so much that we just clear the day, like if we have a rehearsal. So say for example, our rehearsal starts at 10 o'clock. Many times we don't leave till like 5 o'clock, so we're together the whole day. And even if we have a gig, say our gig starts at 8 p.m, we will come together at 1 o'clock the afternoon. We would meet up at someone's house. We would have a braai, we would braai fish, braai eggplant, and we would eat We would play music, we would talk nonsense, we would have a few drinks, and then we would go to the gig. So when we get to the gig, we've already been gelling. So imagine how nice that gig now sounds after just chilling together for a few hours. Because what happens is, like in the general setup, your gig starts at 8, people arrive at 7, set up, sound check, gig starts. So now you need to sense, how are you feeling today? How are you? Did you have a bad day? Like, you don't know that yet. But when you've been chilling together for 5-6 hours, you know exactly. Like, hey, in Jared's soul, I can mess around with him because we're in a joyful mood, or he's a bit sad or angry or whatever. Like, let me, like there's all of that. So for me personally, that's what I love about this band.
I think, there's a good blend of respect for the music, but also kind of a brotherhood. We all on our own musical journey, but our personalities have met in a great way. Actually, it reflects in the music as well, in our performances, and you can really see that we actually love playing together and love playing the music. If I remember a particular experience, it was playing in Muizenberg, and it was at the Hive. I remember, and like we rehearsed the song, and we know what was going to happen because we rehearsed previously. But like I think the guitarist Jared, he just took it somewhere. He just started playing something different, and we just followed him throughout the tune. And it was like, wow! It was like we never. And I think that's kind of what this band is about. It's about encouraging experimentation and encouraging to find a different way or a different perspective of playing the music. Yeah.
When I came to the band, it was mostly Kola's music. Like on one of the songs, he gave it to me and he asked me if I can write some chords around it and change some stuff around. So, and then I bring it to the band and then we all do it together. And then I have a song on there, Duncan has a song as well. And then, yeah, sometimes we come together and we write together, and yeah.
We start off with a rough idea, and we kind of all put together pieces in the music. We respect each other, and we kind of have a bond. The music reflects that as well. I think the atmosphere we create with the audience, especially our performances, literally like it's dead quiet, and you can actually see audience members or people in the audience actually looking at you play and really respecting what you might do on your instrument. And I feel like that every time we've performed, I've seen that and I've experienced that.
It's not just you have a leader and he or she delegates what goes down. It's like we all come together as a collective and we decide things together, man. I don't just pitch up and say, yo guys, we need to do this, we're going to do this. I would come with a suggestion like, yo, what do you guys think? Like, what do you think we should do in this case? And then we would all decide together. So, I mean, you don't always find that in band setups. I would play a gig with this band over a high-paying gig because of the enjoyment that I get from playing with these cats. Okay, so the album we recorded, what you can expect is more like an Afro, what do you call that? Feel good. Many of these songs were influenced by Kola. Kola's from Nigeria, right? I'm not mistaken, so he's from Nigeria. So for me, I get this music secondhand, like Nigerian music, I would call it. And what I love about that is that I'm not playing Nigerian music, because I don't know what Nigerian music is. I'm experiencing Nigerian music through a musician. So for me, I'm very interested to hear if what I'm doing is anything like actual Nigerian music, man, if that makes sense to you. So that's why I'm not listening to Nigerian music yet. I will eventually, but I'm just waiting. But coming back to the album, what you can expect from the album, I mean, you can expect to think. You can expect to think about many things. It makes you think. even me listening to the tracks, I think, and every time I hear the same track, I think about something different. The album talks about loss, it talks about heartache, it talks about the placebo effect. Is the drug the cure, or is it just something that gets you coming back for more? There was a phrase that I was thinking about this whole time, which is also on the album, which is without darkness, the stars do not glitter. And while if I could create one sentence for the entire album, it's that: without darkness, the stars do not glitter.
Expect sounds that cut through the barriers of classification. You know, expect a body of work that helps you appreciate the idea of like questioning the status quo, you know. Expect a body of work that, you know, takes you on a journey, on a sonic journey, you know, and a body of work that reflects different aspects of society, you know, a body of work that cuts through, you know, the spectrum of race, the spectrum of political alliance. It's just a body of work that reflects society. I think that's what you should expect from the album. Yeah.
Okay, so the word I would describe Sounds and Words as is expressive. And the reason for that is because I feel like I can come to Sounds and Words as Duncan and express myself. Jared can come and be Jared. Kola can come and be Kola. You know, and that's what I love about this band, is that we all come together as our own person and we blend our personalities in sound to something that you now hear and see as Sounds and Words. I don't think that happens in every band, because you know, like amongst all the work I do, I am also a session musician, and the job as a session musician is to not express themselves. Because the reason you are there is because someone had an idea of something, a musical idea or whatever they had, and now they're getting you in to realize their idea. So you're not bringing your own expression to life, you are bringing their expression to life as a session musician. And even with other bands, like cover bands, if you're playing in a Bruno Mars cover band, you are not expressing Duncan, you're expressing Bruno Mars at that point. You know, so this, for me personally, this is one of the bands I've been in where I can truly be myself. Like musically, I can truly be myself.
Revolutionary.
Different.
I think unconventional.
Exceptionally radical. You can go beyond yourself. If you allow for the other person to speak and you practice the idea of listening and you appreciate and acknowledge how much can be achieved when a collective of creative minds come together. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And this band has proven that to me.